So my name is Haresh Malkani. I'm out of the Alcoa Technical Center in Pittsburgh, and be glad to be part of the SMLC coalition here. What I'm going to do is just sort of give you a two-slide overview on where we are in the journey of smart manufacturing within our company, and how it aligns with the mission that SMLC has. I think everybody's sort of tired of seeing that pyramid on the left, but I'll use it one last time today. What I wanted to show here is that, we talk about things like automation, we talk about concepts like smart manufacturing, and it was hard for me to sort of craft that message for my management to help them understand, are these the same thing? Are they the different things? And so we worked together on some slides that made some sense. So you guys are guinea pigs here. I'm using the slide here. So if you look at really what we think of as in Alcoa as automation, as smart manufacturing, on the left-hand side is the automation piece where you're working on technologies that span the ISA 95 pyramid, all the way from sensing to control to supervisory control, and then manufacturing operations and ERP, right? That's the left-hand side piece. And the reason I put it up there is that that's really instrumental in getting you the information you need. So that's, if you don't have that, you don't have a shot at the right-hand side of this picture, right? Once you've done that, your second challenge is on the right-hand side. So we look at smart manufacturing within our company in two major buckets, and you see the one on the lower right-hand side is what we call information. So this is where you have enhanced access to the data, visualization, data integration. We talked about Jim's comment on how do you put a context around data. And that's an essential piece, because if you don't have the right context and you don't integrate the data together, again, you don't have a shot at doing analytics or advanced modeling. The second piece above that is where the real, he talked about all the smart people in the world who do analytics and modeling and so on and so forth. Well, they don't have a shot at doing that if you don't have the data. But that's the piece where you actually bring value to the company by doing that. So when you talk about analytics, modeling, integrated control, this is the concept of a production center that's upstream in the process now is sending information to a production center downstream and saying, hey, I didn't do my job right, you go fix it. Well, you need to have the necessary infrastructure to do that. And then, of course, integration of all that decision-making with your business systems. So as you go up here, you also get into the portion where you're basically providing the right type of information in the right time frame so that you're making the right decisions. So that's really the theme of it. And what we've done within the company is that we have pilots that are in each of our business units. So you see those three main business units up there. The global primary products is where we talk about the upstream processes like mining, refining, smelting. Those are more continuous processes. Then we have midstream processes, which are the rolled products portion of the business, which is sort of a hybrid. It's got pieces that are continuous and pieces that are discrete. And then we have the engineered products and solutions. You can't see the slide there, but it's EPS. And those are all discrete manufacturing operations where, now you're talking about parts manufacturing. So the challenge that we have here is that, when we talk about smart manufacturing and we talk about sensors and analytics, it is spanning more across all of our businesses, where the data is not necessarily big data, but it's complex data. And that's what I'm bringing to the table here. So in terms of, where we are in our journey, if you look at the left-hand side here, where we have the global primary products, where the processes are more continuous, that's the most mature in this journey. And they've been doing it for years. They've got several refineries and smelters that have completed their what I call the phase one smart manufacturing, where they brought the data together, they can visualize it in a smart fashion, and they're beginning to do the analytics, right? It's the most mature. The midstream business and the downstream businesses, we have pockets of excellence. So we have operations and plants where you have excellent process control, but then the process control within a couple of production centers have no knowledge about what else is going on in the flow path, right? So the data is not connected. The installed base is diverse. So we are a 125-year-old company. We've acquired a lot of facilities and businesses, and we have a patchwork of systems everywhere. Like Jim was saying, everything that we have acquired and built has its own architecture, own databases, own way of accessing information, and so on. So that exists there. We do have a journey in place, so we're trying to get to where the upstream processes are, and we try to get there for the hybrid and the discrete manufacturing as well. We have some pilots in place that we are trying to utilize different platforms and different thought processes to get there, and SMLCs, our interaction with SMLCs, more along those lines. And the challenges, which I'm also going to talk about tomorrow, again, are the manufacturing diversity. We have, like, if you look at the EPS business on the right-hand side, it's basically 5 different major business units that are very, very different. I mean, they don't talk to each other. They're that different. So that's the problem. Installed base is a problem because you don't want people to sort of rip and replace things. You want to have a migration plan that's meaningful. There are capital constraints. Nobody has a lot of money, so you go to your management and say, hey, I have this beautiful solution. It's going to cost you $15 million. The conversation ends there, right? You've got a talent issue, and I think we brought this up earlier on, is how do you take today's talent that's coming out of the universities and apply it to an old manufacturing company like Alcoa, right? We have a challenge there. And organizational effectiveness, we talked about the bringing together of operational and IT resources together. That continues to be a challenge. And then also, where that resides and how do you actually organize through your businesses. That's another challenge. So that's just a brief outline of what I have for Alcoa. So thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Thanks, Haresh.